So this video has been lingering in my mind for so long. I always told myself, do I want to help men be successful when it comes to dating women? I do teach you guys a lot about growing on social media, but I also think that a lot of guys are struggling when it comes to dating women, especially in this market today and what we have going on. And so I want to tell you guys a little backdrop of why you're struggling the way that you are and solutions that you guys can take that I've done that has given me way more success when it comes to dating women, and now I'm not mad anymore when it comes to dating women. All right, so let's go ahead and start. All right, so a little backdrop, guys. So I remember years ago, it was way more easier to date a woman and be more consistent with her because we didn't have so many applications against us. And you guys got to understand that we are in a society and we have a market today that caters to women because at the end of the day, when it comes to dating apps, right? When it comes to social media and stuff like that, women will always have the leverage, especially when it comes to the tools. But what I've also learned was while I hung around a lot of women and I kind of noticed the things that they've done, I'm like, I can also use the same tactics that women use to also get women, right? Because you got to put yourself in the mind of a woman and understand how women operate. And once you understand women better, that's when you will actually start getting them. But a lot of guys, they work backwards. That's why you got to start listening to music artists that teaches you about women because they give you the game. But a lot of you guys don't truly understand women. You don't hang around them. You never been around them and you don't hear the stuff that they say. But I grew up with all women. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stuff. I heard the things that women say, but I've also learned and I'm like, okay, now I know how to move and go around that, right? Yes, we are in times where we have Snapchat, we have Instagram, we have Twitter. Well, you call it X now. We have Facebook, we have dating apps like Hinge, Tinder, you name it. We have TikTok, right? We have all these applications, and a lot of these women today have a lot of guys inboxing them, right? That's what you're up against. You're up against the guy that's in Jamaica. You're up against the guy that's in a whole different country. You're up against models. You're up against guys that live in Dubai. You're up against so many different men. And that's why when you talk to a woman and she just ghosts you the next day or two after y'all dating stuff like that, it's because she have so many options, right? So I'm not going to front and make it seem as if you got to be Mr. Perfect or you got to say the right words and stuff like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I do want to say the truth that yes, of course, we are up against way more men than we used to before all these other applications was born, right? We had a better shot because you probably was only up against Instagram years ago. You probably was only up against Facebook. You probably was only up against MySpace, but now you're up against so many applications, it don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's true. We are up against way more men. We have way more competition and stuff like that. But here's the beautiful part that a lot of guys don't seem to understand. Yes, we're up against a lot of men, but honestly, a lot of those men, women don't even want anyway. And that's the good news. Women don't want most of those guys that is in their inbox. And trust me when I tell you that I've talked to a lot of women and the stuff that I hear them say, I'm like, oh, I'm not worried at all no more because now I understand how this stuff works, right? The same way of how it used to be years ago, it's kind of the same way now. It's just that women are getting messages from these guys worldwide and they still don't want these guys because you got to understand how women work. Okay, so when it come to women, first she has to be attracted to you physically. Yes, a lot of guys like to say that, oh, it's not about looks, it's about status and money. 1,000%. You damn right. That goes a long way, bro. Right? That goes a long way. But honestly, I'm talking about true attraction. A woman have to be interested in you physically. She have to see your face. And after a couple of seconds, a woman know whether or not she's attracted to you, like physically. She have to look at you and be like, wow, he's very handsome. All the women that I've dated in my life, they all call me handsome. They all said I look good to them, right? I may look good to one chick, I may not look good to another chick. You know what I'm saying? It is how they perceive me. It is however they perceive me. But you have to look good to her. When she see you, she got to say, "Ooh, he look good." That's how her brain has to work. If she thinks that way, you have a shot with her. Why? Because if she think that you are attractive or a handsome man, and when she look at you, she's like, "Oh, he look really good," right? Then when y'all have a conversation, you're going to know the difference when she speak to you. But see, a lot of guys don't have social skills when it come to women. I know a lot of guys that got skills when it comes to sales, making money, leveling up a company. They have all these skills, but they're trash when it comes to talking to women because they never practiced or studied it or understand it, right? It's the same thing. You can learn this and understand it and have way more success, but you have to learn it. I didn't think I had to learn that. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just go with the wind and I'm gonna just do my own thing. And I failed significantly. You know how many times I've been flaked on by women? But see, it's because those were the wrong women. I didn't sit down and think about it. All right. So first, she have to be she got to be into you physically. If she's into you physically, you already got her. Now the next step is either for you to approach or for her to approach. But before you even do that, she have to give you some type of choosing signal, right? Some guys may say, "Well, nah, I'm bold enough. I'm gonna just walk up to these girls anyway." You can do that, and I've done that before plenty of times in college. And I've gotten several numbers doing that. And I got rejected way more times because it was the wrong chicks and I didn't wait for the choosing signals. But it's very, very easy to pick up on choosing signals. Now, there's two ways you can get girls: in the real world and then online, right? I like online better only because, if I'm busy, working, trying to work, let's say 80 hours a week, I'm on my grind, I'm trying to get clients. I'm trying to help people build their network skills and help them make money and stuff like that. Me working two jobs and me going to the gym and all that. I don't really have time to approach women like I used to do in college. I don't have the time. So online is the best tool. And a lot of guys think that, oh, because online is, all these applications, I can't get women. No, bro. Like, yes, you can. You just have to know how to use those tools correctly. So, what was I saying? Yes. So again, in the physical world, let's say you're walking in a park and a girl is like looking at you, she looking down, she's looking at you again, and y'all keep coming into eye contact with each other, and she's looking at you for a while. And I'm not talking about her being scared. There's a difference with somebody being uncomfortable looking at you and somebody like really looking at you and they like what they see. If you see it, just go up to her and say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" "Oh, my name is blah blah," and stuff like that and things like that. "Oh, okay, well, I never seen you at this park before." "Well, yeah, this is the first time I came to this park. I'm actually from Daytona. I came down, for my mom birthday and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to be going back like maybe in a few days and stuff like that. Are you from down here?" But you can see how she's stopping and she's giving you her time and she's actually making conversation with you and she don't seem uncomfortable, right? Another interaction from a woman who don't find you physically attractive will sound something like this. You looking at her, she's kind of looking at you, kind of looking away. She's like more of like walking, looking, and like kind of looking away. You're like, "Hey, what's up? What's your name?" "Oh, my name is something." "Okay, I never seen you at this park." "Yeah, first time." "Oh, okay, well, what you got going on today?" "Oh, just finna see family." "Yeah." "Oh, okay. Okay, well, have a good day." That's what she's gonna tell you. Like it's gonna be very subtle. All right. But like I said, the first girl, she's gonna keep interacting with you and make it easy for you and actually make the interaction fun. All right. And that's one thing I've learned that separates the ones who's not interested and ones who are. The conversation is going to feel fun. You have to use your gut, right? Your gut will always be correct most of the time. Go with your gut feeling. If you feel like the interactions feels nice, easy, and it's a good pace, keep going. And then to say, "Okay, well, I gotta go, let me here, I'm gonna finish my, miles or whatever like that. I'm not finna go in a few, but go ahead and add me on Instagram." "Okay, bet." You know what I'm saying? She either will pull out her phone and add you or just give her your phone and she'll add you. You know what I'm saying? But usually I don't like to give people my phone, so I'll just be like, "Add me on your Instagram," and she can pull up her phone because I don't want nobody taking my phone and running away. You know what I'm saying? But that's the case. And it's the same way when it comes to the online world. For me, what I do is a lot of times I like when a woman hit me up first. And that's just my preference, only because like that shows that she's taking initiative and she like what I'm doing. She like what I got going on while I'm hustling, showing my lifestyle, showing me going to restaurants and stuff like that. I will get DM messages from women and they'll be like, "Ooh, where's that place at? You should take me there one day." You see how easy it makes for me to interact with her? Oh, really? So you like steak and stuff like that? Oh, I didn't know you like steak and stuff like that. Where you from? Oh, I'm over here from Orlando, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. How long you been in Orlando? I've been here for all my life. I really want to do move. I think you said you were in what city again? I'm telling her my city and stuff like that. We're interacting. I'm like, okay, well, cool. You seem cool. Let's hang out soon. I am so down. You see what I'm saying? And again, you don't have to wait for her to inbox you. But what I'm saying is when it comes to the online world, based off of all of our competition, it's best if women hit you up first. And guys be like, well, how are they going to hit me up first? Like, women don't want to hit you up first. They will hit you up first if they're interested. 1000%. 1000%. From my own experience, women will hit you up first if they find you attractive and interesting, or there's something about you that they like. Whether you took a selfie, you're at the pool, or you're at the beach, or you're having fun doing something, right? They will contact you. Those are the women that you want to talk to because they are the ones that have high interest in you. But many times we will see a woman that we're interested in and we will inbox her. But the reason why it don't work so well is because at the end of the day, it's like women want a man that's focused on his mission and his purpose. And when you inbox her in her brain, you may say, well, don't they inbox us first? Like, ain't this the same thing? Not necessarily. That's not how a woman work. When you inbox her, you look needy. And women like guys that's on their mission, on their purpose, that's focused on their goals and achieving them. And when she's observing you doing that, she will hit you up first. Does that make sense? That's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of guys think, well, I'm gonna approach, I'm gonna inbox a lot of women. There's plenty of guys online inboxing hundreds of women. Inboxing hundreds of women. You don't want to be that guy, right? You don't want to be that guy that sent 1,000 messages and got ignored. That's what you call insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. No, be different. Go to the gym. Start working out. I'm working out, right? Start losing that body fat. Start waking up early in the morning and get your grind on, right? Get your bag up. Focus on your mission, right? Level up. Learn new skills. Get that certificate. Go to Starbucks and study. That's what I'm about to do after this video. Go to Starbucks and learn some more video editing skills with Adobe Premiere Pro because it's going to level up my content and I can get a career out of it. So why would I not want to do that? I'm not chasing women. I want to attract women. And that's the mindset you have to have. You don't want to chase women. You're not supposed to say, I want women. You're supposed to attract women. And if you're not attracting women, that means you're not doing enough in your life. You're sitting down, not doing anything with yourself. You want to attract women, right? Go to the gym, show yourself in the gym and take pictures, make gym content, right? Women will love that. I even remember there was a time I was in college and I was boxing and I'm a boxer. I'm hitting the bag, concentrating on myself. And I see this one chick, she's like peeking in, looking at me in the gym. And I'm like, you must like what you see. You keep coming in here peeking. So, I could point at her and tell her, come here. She'll come there, get her number and all that. Another time I was on a boxing bag, this chick came in and she was like, oh, you're really good at boxing. You should teach me some things. She's like, oh, let me get your Snapchat. Got another contact. Right? That's just the way it is. You get women by being on your purpose, on your mission. This goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. God gave Adam a purpose. He was supposed to, name the animals, take care of the garden, and he presented Eve to Adam. But if he never, that's the way it's supposed to be. He didn't say, I'm going to give you Eve and you're going to chase her and stuff like that. We will be cooked. We would have been cooked. No, Adam, here's your purpose as a man, and I'm going to present Eve to you because you're doing good. You're on your purpose. You have a huge mission in life, and she can help you with your mission. Right? But many guys work backwards. So you got to change your mindset and don't say, I want women. You got to say, I want to attract women. Because if you tell yourself, I want women, you're going to chase women and you're going to inbox them and you're going to go out in these streets trying to approach women that you like. No. I'm going to give you one more backdrop, guys, and then this is going to be the end of the video. I remember there was a time when I used to go outside, and this is when I was younger, and I would see women out walking, girls I was attracted to, and I will approach them, and I always got rejected. And I'm like, why am I getting rejected? What am I doing wrong? Right? What am I doing wrong? I know I'm her type, right? I know I get girls like this. And so the scenario changed. I remember I got this job long time ago. Long time ago. And I remember there were pretty girls at this job too. And I remember how, and it's kind of crazy. I knew this one girl. She was like, "Oh, what's up? Blah blah blah. Blah, what's good?" And I pulled up to the party that we were all hosting. I mean, they was throwing, and I got into the social groups. And I remember this girl, when I pulled up, she was looking at me. I'm like, she kind of sweating me. You know what I'm saying? Got upstairs, and I ended up getting her, and I ended up getting 3 or 4 other girls at that place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna mention the place. I'm not gonna put nobody out there. But I was able to get 4 of them. Why? Because the other girls were like, "Oh, watch out. He's a player, blah, 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 blah." And I was able to get all of them. Does that make sense? So that's what it's all about. So I hope that you guys learned something. Again, don't be afraid that we have all these other social media accounts. I mean, like TikTok, Snapchat. Yes, we are up against a lot of guys, but as long as she find you attractive, as long as you're on your mission, on your purpose, and you're leveling up and you're showing that to the world, you will attract women. That's what you want. You don't have to care about all these guys and women DMs. That's always going to exist. You don't have to worry about guys in the street trying to approach women all the time. That's always going to happen. That's always going to exist. Women are going to go for the guys that they find very attractive, or go to dudes that are attractive to them. That's the way it works. That's why looks, money, and status will always win. Okay? Stop chasing women, chase excellence, and you will attract the right women in your life. And if she's not the right woman, you don't have to be with her. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you found value, I'm going to create more videos and give you guys more tips and strategies of what you can use, not only to attract women, but to improve your life, ways that you could save money and stuff like that, ways you can grow on social media. All right, this is going to be a help account. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.